Greetings, Rajee Narinesingh here, transgender activist, author, and actress, currently on season 3 of Botched. So, do you have a scar that you're embarrassed about and you try to hide it? I do. Okay, I know you all are thinking, bitch, what are you talking about? You've been on season 2 and 3 of Botched. You've lived, for many years with a disfigured face, and you have a scar that embarrasses you? Yeah, I do. I can't help it. Well, you see, I think there's a lot of emotional stuff tied to this particular scar. For one, I've had it for a majority of my life. I got this scar when I was 2 years old. Yeah, and I remember even as a young kid, like wanting to keep it, hidden, not wanting anyone to see the scar. Now, I know they call scars battle wounds, and they truly are. I mean, they represent the life that we've lived, what we've been through, what we've survived. That's so true. Uh, but I can't help it. Now, I admire, oh my God, um, Padma Lakshmi. She's a model, uh, chef, author, reality show star, Indian, born in India. But I love the fact, and this always stood out to me about her. She has a scar that goes all the way down her arm, and it's a keloided scar, so it's pretty noticeable. And she's always worn it as like a badge of honor. I admire that, So, okay, now this scar isn't somewhere that really like people would be able to see my scar right off the bat. Like I can pretty much go through life with people not really noticing it. But if you're around me uh, enough, after a while, you might see it. You might notice it. I remember I was dating this guy, and we were driving in the car one day, and he noticed it. And I saw him, his eyes like went on it, and I like, I thought I was like, I brought up something else, like to like, I asked a question or something, but I knew he had seen it and that he was getting ready to ask me, like, what is that? And I tried to like change the topic and get his mind off of it. It didn't work, honey. He's like, he grabs me and he's like, what's that? So I told him, but I told him grudgingly. I didn't, oh God, I was so upset that he saw it. But anyway, it's so funny. Later that day, I know this is a little TMI, but anyway, we were making love. And during us being together, he actually started kissing on my scar. And he actually like licked on it and kissed it. And I mean, I know what that was trying to tell me. Like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I care about you and I'm attracted to you. And this scar doesn't mean anything. It's like, hey, I'll kiss it. I'll lick it, whatever. And so it was so sweet. I thought it was really, really sweet. We broke up the next day. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Anyway, so like I said, I've had this scar for a very long time. When I was 2, I got it. Now, let me set the scenario for you. 2 years old, you know what they say, the terrible twos getting into everything. My mom was in the kitchen, and she was doing chores. I was in my room, the back room. This is when we were living in an apartment before we actually moved to the house that I grew up in. So, I was in the back room and I was playing. So my mom was in the kitchen and she was ironing. Now she didn't have like the tall ironing boards that stand up. She had like one of those small ironing boards that you put on a table. And she had been ironing, and I think she had turned Well, I know she went to the sink for something. And I just happened to walk out the room. And I see this iron. But of course, at 2 years old, I didn't know what the hell an iron was. But what attracted me was the steam that was coming from it. That I remember this so vividly. It's funny how we remember, certain things, especially traumatic events. I remember this like it was yesterday, and I could see myself, my little 2-year-old self, walking towards the steam. And yes, I grabbed the iron with my hand. I'm getting choked up. But yeah, I grabbed it. You know what? I should have some tea or something here like Wendy Williams does on her show. I could sip on it. But anyway, yeah, I grabbed the iron with my hand, the steaming hot iron. And I remember me dropping it and screaming. And my poor mom, oh my God, she turned around. And till this day, I can see her face, like the horror that she had on her face as she ran towards me and scooped me up. And I remember screaming in her arms, and she's like trying to console me and like putting stuff on it, on my hand. And then the memory fades. I don't really remember much. But then I do remember being in the hospital because my whole hand was burned. Thankfully, most of it cleared up except one area, one finger. And I had to end up having surgery, skin grafting. And the skin grafting is what gives me the scar that I have. And I tell you, my whole life, and actually, because I was so young, and skin graft doesn't grow, that as I grew, my finger got disfigured. Because my finger, the bone was growing, but the skin wasn't growing, so my finger got disfigured. And when I was about 13, I had another operation to give me what they call like an extension, and it corrected the disfigurement in my finger. So now my finger's pretty normal as far as it looks normal, but I still have that scar. Oh my God. So, okay. I know most of you know that I'm an authentic person. I try to keep it real. And, if I'm going to live what I preach, I need to, be okay with showing you all my scar, right? Oh, God, here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, see? I know you're probably thinking, bitch, big deal. What is that? But no, you gotta understand. It's just. Anyway, I did it. I did it. Are you all proud of me? Don't worry. I have a therapist that I go to on a regular basis, so we're working through a number of different issues. This is just another one that'll be on the list. But anyway, I had to share. I guess I can pat myself on the back, right? Yeah, I did it. Yay! Next week, I'll be showing you my next scar, and it's down here. No. Let me stop acting silly. I love you guys. Love, peace, and blessings to all of my wonderful supporters around the world.